Developing new medical treatments and getting them to market is the lifeblood of the pharmaceutical industry, but it's costing more and taking longer to bring a new drug to market. $135 billion is spent each year in research and development to develop new drugs. Much of that is spent in clinical trials. While the number of trials conducted each year continues to grow, the industry is significantly challenged. 89% of drugs fail to make it through clinical testing. 80% of trials run behind schedule, which bleeds an extra $35,000 on average in out-of-pocket costs for every day delayed. 30% of investigators fail to recruit the required number of patients, while 11% fail to recruit even a single patient, which industry-wide translates to fewer new drugs and a direct loss of future revenues.
The PRA has worked quite closely over the last several years with IMS Health on kind of understanding how data fits within the patient treatment paradigm and how we can utilize that data along with other data sources to make the clinical trials process better. One of the challenges that we face really today is that roughly a quarter to a third of clinical trial sites don't participate or do not provide any patients for clinical trials. But one of the reasons we see often is that the patient population doesn't exist at the sites that are selected. So we use the CTOS data and the IMS data really to validate and to ensure that a patient population exists at a site we select for a clinical trial. The IMS data has really helped us transform our industry. We are now taking the position that every decision we make about placing a clinical trial is an evidence-based decision.
Our technology suite leverages the appropriate data needed to make informed decisions at key points along each process, providing historical, real-time, and predictive analytics to create a 360-degree view of the problem set. The suite not only consists of our extensive real-world anonymous patient and investigator data, but also includes global benchmarks in trial performance metrics and costs, as well as technologies to automate best practices in clinical trial enrollment, investigator selection, and clinical trial budgeting.
Because the competition is getting so fierce and because some of these targets are way more selective, there needs to be a different approach, a data-driven, evidence-based approach. You want to be able to accurately plan in terms of time and money. It's very hard to do that kind of planning if you don't have good data sources and good uniform discipline in executing on that plan. The CTOS suite of offerings is a critical cornerstone now, I believe, in clinical trial planning and optimization. In my experience, studies that have been using some combination of the CTOS products all have come in within days variance between planned and actual, which is great. I can't imagine what life was like before these tools.
Clinical trial optimization solutions. Now that's intelligence applied.